the group providing the help is called Box 15. This is one of their trucks, and inside you'll find essentials that help firefighters deal with the extreme cold. I confronted Trustee Chair Melanie Lanahan for answers. Do you have anything to say to these people? The person who died in this shooting was killed right down the street from where I am. The road's so bad that a lot of semi-drivers, they're not even risking it. They're staying right over here. This storm produced a lot of downed limbs and branches and even knocked down a few trees. A lot of people are already grabbing the carts. They're walking throughout these aisles looking for whatever that special item is so they can get a good deal. And obviously, folks, the bottom line is they're trying to save a lot of money. There are going to be a lot of happy people throughout Central Ohio celebrating Thanksgiving. We're live at John Glenn International with my lovely headgear. Bryant Maddrick, ABC 6 News. U-Haul officials confirming with me earlier this afternoon they are moving in, and the process already underway. Right now there's a security guard patrolling this property. Earlier today, the company pulling out this dumpster as workers clear out the hotel. And for the people who live nearby, they're happy to finally see some action. The old Ramada Plaza on Sinclair Road has seen better days. Doug Moody remembers.
When the Quarter Horse Congress was in town, the place was always full.
For more than 2 years, this hotel has been empty.
No, this was not one of those places we ever thought was going to become a problem.
Problem started when the Michigan-based corporation that owned this building abruptly closed.
I mean, one day was, next day wasn't.
Since then, break-ins, vandalism, and suspicious activity have plagued this location. In September, a Columbus firefighter was injured battling a fire inside the abandoned hotel.
The idea that it was just one more piece of property that was going downhill, that was boarded up, that was a magnet for vandals and other criminal intent was always a concern.
It was also a concern for the Columbus City Attorney's Office, which filed a court case to get the property cleaned and up to code. It was one of 2 cases. The other was in bankruptcy court. Bill Spralaza explains that case was the holdup in getting the blighted property cleaned up sooner.
The bankruptcy process did make this case go on a little longer than we would hope for it to have gone. But the truth is, that's the law, and that's how these properties have to shake out in the bankruptcy court.
When everything shaked out, U-Haul became the new owner.
Definitely a relief to see this happen.
Company officials tell me the building will be renovated into storage space and become a full-service center called U-Haul Moving and Storage of Northland, a new chapter for this North Side property.
We're very happy to have somebody here to take care of this building.
Now, U-Haul officials could not tell me what the timeline looks like for all of the renovations to be complete. However, they are telling me right now they are working on having a temporary showroom set up where they can do rentals and sales, and they hope to have that all established as early as next week. Reporting live in North Columbus, I'm Bryant Maddrick, ABC 6 News. Love is stronger than hate. That's the message from a diverse crowd earlier this evening right here on this corner.
Joyce Feinberg, 75.
11 people.
Rose Mallinger, 97.
Practicing their faith.
Jerry Rabinowitz, 66.
Killed inside a Pittsburgh synagogue Saturday.
These were people who worship God and love their fellow man and went about their Sabbath doing just that. And now they're not here anymore. And that's difficult for me to process. But that's why I had to be here.
And that's why these people packed the corner of Main and Cassidy and Bexley. Many horrified by what happened just 3 hours east of where they stand.
Makes me sick, physically sick, that would happen in a sacred place.
These people are outraged but committed to change. It's a group diverse among age, race, and religion.
You should respond to evil with good.
Beryl Brody helped organize this vigil. He says there's a message that's more important now than ever.
We are all going to be together, or else our country will be in very, very bad condition.
You know, the people I talked to tonight tell me, of course, they're hurting, but they say it's so important to speak up and speak out against hate so things don't get worse. Live in Bexley, I'm Bryant Maddrick, Fox 28 News. These storms really left a mark on this neighborhood, and you don't have to look too hard to see the impact. This storm produced a lot of downed limbs and branches and even knocked down a few trees. And Mother Nature, she really flexed her muscle tonight, knocking down one tree as if it was a domino. This is Juanita Ward's home, and this is what used to be her pine tree.
Oh, I looked out the window and just seen something blow across my window. I looked out the other window and here it was a tree laying in front of my house.
This 45-year-old pine weathered a lot of storms, but couldn't handle the one from this afternoon. The tree narrowly missing Ward's home.
Laid right up against the side of it perfectly and will still be able to get in the driveway.
She's lucky, but the same storm that left minor damage to her home caused more to Michael Castle's house down the street.
There's shingles literally all over the yard, so I didn't think it was that big of a storm.
Throughout many South Side neighborhoods, downed trees and their limbs and branches are hard to miss. From the roof of this home to Dina Kramer's backyard.
It's just like a big windstorm that come through and knocked everything down, and the rain was pounding and hailing and all that.
This is the worst storm that I've seen since I've been here on the South Side.
Mitch Harmon has lived in his Southside Columbus home for 16 years. He planned on a weekend trip in his camper, but Mother Nature changed those plans.
Got a small hole in that. Electricity went off, but thankfully I've got a standby generator, so I've got power. The rest of the neighbors don't have power. Then it blew the fence down on the east side.
With a chance of severe weather hanging around, residents look to avoid any more damage.
Well, I just hope and pray that we don't have any more.
Cleanup began shortly after the storms rolled out, and as you can see, there is still a lot more to clean up for tomorrow. But the good news, no injuries have been reported. In South Columbus, I'm Bryant Maddrick, ABC 6 News. At the Red Stable Souvenir and Gift Shop,
gemstone and fine metal bracelet.
Owner Jeff Smith tries to make his store welcoming to everyone who comes in.
So what brought you in today?
But when this man came inside, police say instead of shopping, he was stealing. The incident happened after 3 Thursday morning. Surveillance video we got from Smith shows the man loading sterling silver rings into his pockets. Columbus police valued the merchandise at more than $3,300.
Didn't like someone coming into our space that, that was not supposed to be here, so violated.
These HD cameras capturing the violation. This boarded up window, a reminder of it. The owner tells me that the guy responsible for all of this got into his shop by breaking a stained glass window that you can now see is boarded up. And here's a picture the store owner gave us of the broken window. Smith found some merchandise outside the shop. In fact, we found 2 rings near the broken window. Now, he wants justice, not just for him, but also the artist who created the handmade rings.
Our artist, this is all she does, and this is, a big chunk of money out of her pocket.
While the owner is thinking of beefing up security, investigators hope you recognize this guy and contact them. In the German Village, I'm Bryant Maddrick, ABC 6 News.